Hashtag the nude they pretend not to notice. Walk into almost any art gallery displaying figurative paintings, and you may notice something interesting. People look at the paintings, but when they reach a nude, something changes. Some slow down. Some stop. Some take a quick glance and move on. And some suddenly become very interested in the painting next to it. They may tell themselves they are studying the composition, the brushwork, the historical period, or the use of light. And perhaps they are. But there is another possibility. They are attracted to the human body, and they don't want anyone to notice that they are looking. This is one of the most fascinating experiences inside a gallery, because the nude is everywhere in the history of art. From ancient sculpture to Renaissance painting, from academic studies to modern and contemporary art, the human body has been one of the artist's most enduring subjects. So why can looking at a nude painting sometimes feel uncomfortable? Perhaps the answer begins with something very simple. We are human beings looking at another human body, and the human body carries enormous psychological meaning. It represents beauty, vulnerability, age, desire, mortality, identity, strength, weakness, and intimacy. A landscape can be beautiful. A still life can be beautiful. But a human body can feel much more personal because, in one way or another, we recognize ourselves in it. We know what it means to have a body. We know what it means to be seen. And we know what it means to look. That creates a complicated relationship between the viewer and the nude artwork. Inside a gallery, we are given permission to look. The museum or gallery has already told us, this is art. This is a painting. This is part of our cultural history. And yet, the body remains the body. The interesting thing is that people often behave differently depending on who is around them. Imagine standing in front of a large nude painting. You are alone. You look carefully. You notice the pose. You notice the anatomy. You notice the colors. You notice the way the artist uses light across the skin. You may even notice the expression on the figure's face. But then another person walks up beside you. Suddenly you take one more look and move on. Why? Because now you are aware that someone else can see you looking. This is where the gallery experience becomes psychologically fascinating. We are not only looking at the artwork, we are also aware of ourselves as viewers. We begin to wonder, what does the other person think about me? Do they think I'm staring? Do they think I'm attracted to the model? Do they think I'm interested in the painting for the wrong reason? So we adjust our behavior. We look for a few seconds, then we move away. But here's the uncomfortable question. Does calling something fine art completely remove our natural reaction to the human body? Probably not. And perhaps it doesn't need to. Art doesn't require us to stop being human. An artist may paint the body for many reasons. To study anatomy, to explore beauty, to express vulnerability, to challenge social conventions, to explore sexuality, to examine aging, to question identity, or simply because the human figure is an extraordinary subject, and the viewer can respond in many different ways. One viewer may see anatomy, another may see beauty, another may see vulnerability, another may remember a personal experience, another may simply think the painting is beautifully composed, and another may feel attraction. None of these reactions automatically makes the viewer immoral or inappropriate. What matters is how we understand the difference between looking and objectifying. A nude figure in art is not simply a body without clothes. It is a person represented through the artist's vision. The pose matters. The expression matters. The environment matters. The way the body is painted matters. And sometimes what the artist wants us to notice has very little to do with sexuality. Look closely at many great nude paintings and you may discover something surprising. The body is often used to talk about something much larger. Human vulnerability, the passage of time, love, loneliness, power, death, desire, beauty, and the inevitability of aging. The nude can even remind us of something we usually try to forget. Our bodies change. We grow older. Our skin changes. Our strength changes. Our shape changes. And eventually, every human body becomes part of the history of a life. That is one reason the nude has remained such a powerful subject for artists. It is not only about being naked. It is about being human. So the next time you walk through a gallery and notice people suddenly becoming very serious in front of a nude painting, Don't be too quick to judge them. And don't be too quick to judge yourself either. Perhaps you are looking because the artist has created something beautiful. Perhaps you are curious. Perhaps you are uncomfortable. Perhaps you are attracted to the figure. Perhaps you are thinking about your own body. Or perhaps you simply don't know why you can't stop looking. That is part of the mystery of art. We don't always choose our first emotional reaction, but we can choose what we do with it. And perhaps that is what a gallery gives us, a safe place to look at something human, honestly, without immediately having to explain ourselves. Because sometimes the most revealing thing in a gallery isn't the nude painting. It's the person standing in front of it, pretending not to look. This is the gallery experience.